stop allowing your first relationships to dictate the rest of your relationships throughout your life. What does that mean? It means we have to start from what is first relationship? With whom? Which first relationship are we talking about? Are we talking about the childhood? Are we talking about as a teenager? As an adult? Young adult? Currently, my realization focuses on the relationships we create on our own, which is going to be based on your relationship with your upbringing, right? That's the first relationship, whether we like it or not. But upbringing, there's gonna be an end to that, right? Usually after 18, right? So then you're gonna have to take responsibility. Like a lot of the decisions throughout your life is gonna be by yourself now, right? Parents, it's more lenient unless they're a very well structured family, right? Nowadays, it's not like that anymore. It's no more high school, college, and blah, 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 right? After 18, you're on your own nowadays. So, I'm talking about starting the relationships from your first job. Your first job co-workers that turned into your friends or that turned into a close relationship. Your first boyfriend, your first girlfriend, right? Actually, we can even track this back to high school, the friends that we associate, we choose. Middle school, I just said after 18 because it's more like, even like up to high school, middle school, junior is kind of like shaped and guided. It's going to be like your neighbors, where you live, your surrounding, blah, 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 right? People usually you knew since you were a kid. But after 18 though, when the childhood lifestyle, right, you have outgrown and you have transitioned into adulthood, right, or young adult, right, 18, graduated high school. So now everything is new, like you're either in college or you're in the working world, right? You're starting creating relationships, learning the world, right? So these first relationship should not dictate the rest of your relationships. So for me, dictate. Why do I feel like I'm not pronouncing it correct? For me, I would say late 20s to early 30s is the best lessons, right? That's when the transition happens, especially in women friendship, right? It's either you're in the same boat or that's it, you have outgrown each other, right? Like we're no longer the same as our 20s. Our dreams and plans are like, right? It's gonna be like, may the best man win, right? It's no longer fun, or it's no longer norm after you turn 21. Basically, after you start drinking legally, the fun is already out of it automatically. And I know most must agree with this statement, like the excitement is gone. I remember when I just, like, I wanted to order a beer in the middle of the day at a bar. That was just like my wish when I turned 21, like as if it's not gonna happen, right? And I've been 21 since I was 16, but I wanted to do it legally. And there's something about, oh, this is it, like that's it, right? There's even like a sadness, lightly. I don't know if that was just me, because hey, I was born philosopher. I'm all about living in the head. I study my emotions. I've always been interested in why we do the things we do and why we say the things we say, right? It's like, why do some things like take people to the like, and then some people just nothing, right? Like starting from my own mother and father, behavior that is so different, like earth and the sky, that are so far apart from each other. But yeah, it's like from I was able to think is when I was able to comprehend. I was an old soul, right? Always trying to be the peacemaker. When I read Will Smith's book, my childhood, it was a lot that I remembered, and this was like I think my last year of my psych school, grad school, when I read Will Smith's book, like when he explained about his childhood, the physical abuse and how he wasn't able to help, right? It was from that age, I sensed it, the unhappiness of my mother. I was only like 6, 7 years old. I was trying to make peace, trying to play with her and run from the bedroom to the kitchen as she's maybe cooking or something, and as my dad is laying in the, like childhood memories that came to the surface with a lot of exercises too, that we have to do throughout school. And yeah, a kid comprehend, right? We absorb and we also observe, but we learn by what we are observing, and we absorb everything, right? So yeah, I was team dad, of course. Now I'm more like him anyway. I don't know how we segued to that, but the point being is that I've always watched my emotions, and so like the realization right now, it's that a lot of people treat their first hurt, their first relationship, this is in friendship and in romantic as well, both equally affect us, right? Affects us. I can't talk. What's going on today? And so it's like the first relationships should have been, are there for us to be a teaching moment, so you can, as you grow older and you're building your lifestyle and you're figuring yourself out, right? You are now more interested in, you are more aware of yourself and what you're interested in, what type of people you like, what is your type, behavior type, right? You are now creating your own family, your own legacy, right? You are in world that you're going to create for your children, that you're going to bring to the world. So like that relationship should be shaped by the lessons that come from your first relationship, not for you to treat your rest of relationship like the first best friend you had, that you guys are like enemies now, so you're treating this new best friend in your mid-20s the same way. You're supposed would like learn from it. I think a lot of individual growth, which I'm interested in, or evolution, that's all I'm interested in, right? Whether it's individual evolution or as a whole. That was my favorite subject to learn about throughout psychology school as well. I think that was, when did we? I don't remember. Behavior analysis class, I think. We learned about this subject. Right? Like expecting the same thing. Just because you're hurt, or just, you're a high school best friend that you're no longer friends, now you are in your 20s. You're supposed to this was our first practice of our emotional strength. You're supposed to learn to process these things. That's how it was for me. Like I outgrew my high school friends. I let go of a lot of them in mid-20s, like all gone. Early 20s actually. Yeah, early 20s. So it helped me to shape and to also understand, because it's a lot of the things that you see in movies happens in real life. You even yourself experience it. That's why we watch movies. Same. So it don't matter. We will watch it. This was different actors, right? That's how I feel, especially about the writers of nowadays. It's like all the silly things that happened were not there for you to dismiss, or the jealous, or the betrayal, or the backstabbing. Everything was for you to learn why those things happened to you. Not coming from a victim state, but to understand it. For example, if I am betrayed, oh, I must be naive. I need to work on this aspect of myself, right? Like, what's going on? Like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. It's like, right? I have to be fooled to know that I can be fooled, so I can learn from it, so I can learn why I was fooled. But you can only come to that understanding when you take the time and analyze and process all the wrong relationships throughout your life, right? Of course, everyone knows this, like, oh yeah, it's all about healing your childhood, right? How about we also push it further and, like, after 18, let's take responsibility and let's learn from it. Like, what type of friends did we attract? Because what people need to understand is, like, we focus a lot more on the romantic, but then you spend a lot of your time and a lot of pure energy on your friends, right? Because you feel like your friends get you. So you're not aware. But that's what we need to be more aware. That's also another, I guess, going in a deeper layer, right? That's what I understand. Is actually the guys that we actually sleep with usually have good intention. Because when I say sleep with, meaning in relationship, whatever that relationship is for me, unless you figure yourself out, it's a situationship. Oh my God, what's going on today with my S's? Excellence. Oh, I used to do that from The Simpsons. My friends and them used to make me say excellence. I don't know why I'm hearing the emphasis on my S's today. I don't know what it is. But let's just continue. Yeah, I'm sounding like Magnetize Yourself, and I don't even like her the way she sounds. It's like so robotic. Anyways, shit. I feel like friendship is a mirror. The type of person that you hang out with says a lot about you. Boy, right now I feel like I don't even want friends. I want partners. Because what's the point of friends? I think friends is for regular people. Because I don't see myself as a billionaire having friends. It's like, what is hanging out? Unless we're hanging out to create and share great ideas, I know I'd rather be by myself, because that's what I'm enjoying. That's what I want to do. I'm by myself. Every time when I'm by myself, it's authentic time. And I love that. I want to be around that. Right? So it's like, I don't see us, even if you're married with kids, you're in a situationship. Jeez, this word does not want to come out for some reason. So I'm going to say it. I'm going to make it out. Right? Because a true relationship is built based on the foundation of that person's principles and propagandas. It's like, what is your value? And the other person must see your values and respect them and proud. It's like, to me, respect is a lot more powerful than love. Because love is like an emotion, a feeling. You are love. So it's like, if I'm not living love within myself, I'm not gonna feel love in you. So imagine that when I'm mad at you and I'm not proud of you, right? So to me, respect, especially the person that you decide to marry, you have to have a certain amount of respect in whatever it is that you find in them that attracts you. When you have that, that's what sexual attraction is. Even when you're pissed at them, you still want to fuck the shit out of them, like, right? And you do that and you just turn around, it's like, whatever, don't touch me. You still turn around and sleep. Like, that kind of love, like friendship, best friend, childlike, that's how it's supposed to be. But motherfuckers walking around holding their fucking feelings for like a year with their stomach matching, right? And they call each other husband and wife. That's what we call a relationship, and you create children out of that. Fuck me. Hell nah. I'm saying that with my Maya's voice. Oh, hell nah. If you're a fan of Girlfriends, you know what I'm talking about. But hell nah, right? I've been saying that since I posted that this picture that went viral around 2015. It's like a guy holding his nose with his shirt, and he's holding a spraying everyone is announcing that they're pregnant, and he's like holding his spray and holding his nose. I swear to God, I'm still on that mode. This is what I'm saying. It's like I'm still on that, like, age-wise, some of our high school dreams and energy or timeline or college. I'm still there. It didn't come true, so like, why would I leave it alone? But friends are like, dropping left to right, settling down. And that's why the chosen path is not for everyone, right? I actually took this the hard way towards myself. I translated it in my own situation when I learned about schizophrenia and how the elderly commit suicide. A lot of it comes from losing the norm, of course, their everyday, the regular life that they do, the routine, and the news that they hear. It's the majority of their news is like their friends dying, right? These seniors, and so they just can't wait. Some of them, they end their lives, and I took it as that, oh my God, this spiritual awakening. That's what it does to you when you are on the road to know thyself. It's like literally people are falling left to right. People that you called your family friends, even your own blood. It's like, right? It's like crazy, right? It teaches you, oh my gosh, we are really one. We are really connected. I am love. I'm connected with everyone. I am everybody. What is it? Will Smith, my new favorite album? Oh my God. I am a God, I am the Allah, I am the Jesus, I am that, I am this, I am everything. I am the beggar, I am the peasant, I am the king, I am the queen, I am the flower, I am the homeless, I am the evil, I am the good, I am the God, I am the devil, I am all of it. So it's like, oh, what's the point? It's like this one is like dropping, and I'm like, oh, okay, bye. Literally, that's how I'm treating relationships. Are like, oh, goodbye. Wow, chapter closed. Right? What did Bob Marley say? When one door closes, many more, don't you know? Many more will open. That's my favorite song. Originally, still. The same, but yeah, right? A lot of my lessons come from music. So, you're gonna have to deal with it. Many more open. When one door closes, don't you know? I'm open. No, it's not that song. That is not No Woman, No Cry. Oh wow, this is recording number 47. 47 is like my ultimate angel number. I think I'm gonna get a tattoo of 444, 111, and 47. I have figured out my angel numbers. So let's wrap this up. The point is that let's take responsibilities of our first relationships. They are there to teach us. It doesn't matter where you're at right now, how old you are. Learn from them based on where you're at in your current life. But I am more, here for the teenage psychology. I'm all about that. I care about that. But what I talk about also helps adults, right? It also helps me. I'm an adult, right? But I care about the young minds that are ending their lives because of being bombarded with so much information that isn't benefiting them, and the brain can't take it, right? They're not even done being developed. So yeah, this teenage suicide, it's a serious subject, sensitive subject to me, although I studied clinical psychology. I've been saying that I wanted to be a teenage psychiatrist since I was in high school, since I was 16, 17, before I ever learned how to spell psychiatrist, right? I was just always interested in the human mind and the human body. Younger than 16 and 14, back home, all I studied was, out of all A to Z, my dad's encyclopedia, I've always was drawn to the letter H and the same page. So always like go to the same page, the human body, where there's a see-through plastic that is listed, every single cell is listed, and it just bothered me. I was just so fascinated. I don't know what's inside me till this day. The majority of what shaped my life, not the majority, what shaped my life, the majority of what shaped my life is my childhood wonders and curiosities till this day. The birth of this Born Philosophers Radio comes from my questions like, why do we do the things that we do? How far is the sky? Who am I? Why are they rich people that, coming from on my way to school, like seeing the beggars, just like Buddha? It's like, why are they rich people? Why are they poor people? It bothered me from that age, from my transition to America. That's like at 13. So a lot of your interests in your childhood is who you are meant to be and who you're supposed to be. And there's a point and there's a purpose in that. That is the whole point of living. Because we're all gonna die. That's what we need to understand. And when we die alone. No one is gonna die with us. Not our child, not our lover. So why are we so afraid of? Like, this is like note to self. I've been living a projection of others. Others that saw my light more than me. Others that saw my potentials more than me. What was that my favorite saying from ATL when T.I. was like, I believe in you even when you're too stupid to believe in yourself, right? His little brother is so talented. I feel like for me, like, the people that were in my life, Sam was, that meant good, right? But Sam, there was a time where they turned on me because they couldn't stand it. They couldn't stand my light. I wouldn't give up. I wouldn't settle it. When they couldn't keep up, when they couldn't brainwash me and settle down like them, they had to go separate ways. It was either me joining their husband's best friend's, settle down and let's all have babies join you, or get the fuck out. I'm like, hey, if you don't understand me, you staying under me. I got my heart broken by a woman. Right? So yeah, a lot of what I learned about the connected, right, the elderly suicidal, I connected to myself. And that's what it is. When you become authentic, you become different. You have to become alone, right? Can you compare diamonds? I mean, you can compare the size, but like really, the value is the same. Diamond is diamond. Yes, the size costs more, but like it's a diamond, right? The small diamond is not better than the big diamond, or the big diamond is not better than the small diamond. It's the same rock. But how big you can afford it, that's a whole lot of different subject. Right? So all of us are the same. We are all equally made, equally created. All of us are called, but many are called, but few are chosen. Because it's up to you to show up. But the door to heavens is open. The kingdom of God lives in your heart. Either you go and make peace with yourself, or, right? And when you truly, truly know that you are peace, you can read it on your own face. You don't need to fake it. It shows on your face. You can see a person that is a calm mind and a person that is a disturbed mind. It shows on the face. My favorite museum is what is it? Which casino is it? I can't say. It's like on the top of my tongue right now. But yeah, I enjoy going there. It's a human museum, right? The human body. Again, my obsession about. I don't know why I didn't study biology. It's so funny, and I didn't even enjoy biology, like anatomy and shit like that. But yeah, like the muscles on our face. It's a beautiful museum. Like it's made out of what is it? It shows the human body, but how every thought and like guides the muscles on our face. Right, we are like a fucking biochemical. Literally, like just vibrations walking around, just very easily shift it from left to right if you're not able to go with the flow. Right? This energy power is not even about being the most powerful, having the more energy. It's actually being the most humble, the most flexible. Right? My favorite example by Wayne Dyer is that when he was walking with his son, they stopped by a river, and then he asked his son, which do you think is more stronger, the rock or the water? And of course his son was like, come on, Dad, of course it's the rock is stronger, right? But Wayne Dyer said, but water is going above it, through anything, it doesn't matter how hard the rock is, the water still go through it. We have to be like that. Right? What is it Maya Angelou said? When life becomes difficult, that's when you actually must not get defeated. Because that's the final exam. Just like in school, we can, whatever, like you can bypass your pop quizzes and even tests. But final exam, right? You know how like we freak out for final exam because it's a big portion of our grade. So it's just like that. Life is also a school. There is a time to graduate. If not, you're going to be left behind. And how you know that if you are on the right school or if you're in the right grade of this life school is by the amount of your happiness that comes from genuinely being self-acceptance. Right? Do you accept what you do? It's all about that. Most of us don't, because there is a power within us that wants us to expand. But we continue to ignore that, and that becomes a problem. See, riches, what is it? Think and Grow Rich talks about a big part of success is knowing what you want. It's not about what you accumulate, right? Successful man is the man that owns that corner store, because that's what he wants to own. The successful is the mother that is wanted to be a mother and doing a very good job at it, right? Like, it's knowing what you want. In our culture, actually, every woman believes, they think that they must have a child to be successful, and the majority thinks having a child makes them successful. It's like somehow they have met their goal. They've reached some limit they don't even know. It's like an invisible limit that they haven't even set for themselves, set by society. They're just following the pattern. My neighbor is doing it, so I must do it, right? So that's when my friends turned into my enemies, right? They can no longer handle me. I'm no longer, you see, I was like water, and they were like the rock in my life, and they thought they were stronger than me because I allowed them to be the louder, because I was like the water. I was not faking it. I was really tender. I valued their opinions and suggestions more than my own, and they knew that, and they manipulated me. So I had to learn, a big part of my soul's calling is to teach, and a teacher must become a master at something. And to have that amount of energy requires focus and discipline. And focus and discipline can only comes when you spend time on doing whatever it is that you're doing. For me, it's self-growth, learning, working, searching, applying, and sharing. For that, I need a lot of time. So like unnecessary friendships, unnecessary energies, unnecessary relationships, unnecessary places needed to be rid of my life. What was it that the lady at the library said to me? I'll never forget, right? It was right around the time, right after we moved, actually. I was even new working at Sheridan. So this was like right after we moved back to Ohio from Vegas in 2015. Right? Like this is when I was learning and studying what is a spiritual awakening, what is this shift that I'm feeling, what is the quantum physics, right? This is after watching The Secret and my first two spiritual encounters. I call them Infinite Waters, Ralph, and Teal Swan on YouTube. I don't know who introduced me to whom, but it was the two people that came into my life, and I wonder why. I'm very curious about that, right? And after that, it was my own research and looking for books coming like from, suggested by customers and guests, and like it was just like coming up during conversations. It's just like it's this when the student is ready, the teacher will show up. It's magic, we are like magic. Anyways, God works in the unseen, so we don't know what's being done on the unseen. That's why we have to believe in the unseen, not seeing is believing. They taught us seeing is believing, but it's supposed to be believing is seeing, right? Go read Wayne Dyer's book. But so, who was I referencing? I was referencing someone. Was I referencing? I think I did finish referencing Think and Grow Rich, and I went somewhere else after that. Where did we go after Think and Grow Rich? Oh well. But yeah, that's what success is. So it's like, again, and Abraham Hicks talks about, right, and instilled it in me, thank God. It's like ingrained in me now, the power of your preference. You have to have a preference in everything, and that's not like for the end goal. it's for the daily. That power of preference actually highly, highly benefits the daily life. That's what I'm understanding. The daily life is what creates you. Right? Life is in the ordinary, but the regular person only focuses on the end, and then they ignore the journey. When you visualize, as Neville Goddard taught me, right, along Abraham Hicks and Wayne Dyer, the three of them are very related when it comes to visualization. All the spiritual leaders, for that matter, actually, right? Because it's the same. They say they use it in different terms, like I'm doing. There's power in that comes from different person based on their personality, their style, their experience, the way the way they present it is different. It's beautiful because all of us are different and unique when it comes to our personalities and voices. So, but the concept of manifestation is the same, whatever it is. So, when you visualize, yes, when you are in the meditative state, when you are intentionally, the power of intention, read Wayne Dyer's book, right? When you're intentionally meditating, yes, you intend to focus on the end goal and how it feels when you receive it, whether it's your graduation, whether it's in the fashion show, whether it's the modeling, the acting, whatever it is. But when you come back to the conscious mind, though, there is an enormous respect that requires for the daily life. How are you living? How are you spending the daily, the minutes, the moments? Because it's the accumulation of that. It's how much of your vibration is spent in that high frequency that you are cultivating for yourself. If not, it's always going to be on the, leaf base, right? Like it's not gonna grow into this strong wood that's going to have branches and become fruitful, right? Because again, the bamboo tree journey, the process, right? So it's just like that when it comes to our dreams. If you stop, that means that dream is not yours. That's what God gave us all this creation and created us at last so we can learn from what we are seeing. Every animal, every flower, every creation has a different timing, how long they live, how long it takes them to produce, how long it takes them to reproduce, right? Everything. So the concept of life, again, like manifestation, is the same for all of us, whether you are a human being or an animal or a plant. There is life and death. You're born, you grow, you die. Born, grow, die. Born, right? The process from up to a certain point. But human beings are created last because human beings can transform into anything that they want. Right? Created by his image. To create like the creator. So when it comes to man's creation, then your faith is on what's going to determine how long is going to be undefined. Like in geometry class that we learned, when we learned about some equations, we still have to do the solution, but the answer is going to be undefined, right? Because it's a practice. Some things are instantly manifested, some things are not. But the whole point is, like, if you have given up on it, if you're not cultivating it, that means it wasn't really that necessary for you, so whatever. But if it's something, when you remember it, it bothers you and like it takes you, like all the way 360 to the negative vibration, then who are you blaming? It's up to you. You do the work. You're the one. Only you can give this. Only you can give it power to raise it. It's like, think about it. It's like, you know, who can help a pregnant woman during pregnancy? Nobody, right? It's her body. You have to let it for 9 months. You have to let the body do its thing. It's just like that when it comes to man's creation. You continue to give love for as long as you can love it. And sometime when you no longer love it, forget it. It's not a big deal. Maybe you're transformed into a different desire. Go with that. As long as you have something that you love, as long as you have something that you want to give love too. So that matters. Because dreams evolve too. And inspirations sometimes take breaks. Right? So you have to be flexible. Right? So going back to like my friends, I was like water since we were young. And because I was like they're used to me being like water, I'm never hurt. I'm like I said, I'm always flexible, comfortable. Like I knew the way they are. I listen, I focus, I pay attention to what they say, so I know what they're going to do. I know who's gonna do what. I know who's gonna betray what. So like when they did it to me, it wasn't a big deal because I can hear you what you're saying about your so-called best friend. Right? We have to learn. Information is everywhere. So, yeah, be like water. When you're flexible like that, is how you can win life. Because life is rigid. You can only win life by being flexible. Because life is a teacher. And a teacher doesn't play. A teacher is here to teach you. There's no judging. It's just teaching you. You're not special, nor you're not underlooked. You're just a student. That's what life is. To earth, you're here to learn something. You have a purpose. That's it. That's what you're here to do. That's what you're here for. Right? So that's how you're determined if you're living your life or not. Like if you're just like on the matrix pattern, yeah. You went to school, you got your spouse. Yeah, of course you found someone that settles down with you. It's easy. Misery loves company. And you gave birth, and that's it. That's the only thing. The only thing you gave birth is humanity. You did not give birth to a human. It's like your body was created to give birth. So you didn't really give birth. You were just used as a reproduction. You're just used as a machine to transform one human being, just like you came, just like you used your mother's womb, just like your mother used her mother's womb, just like that's just it. That doesn't make you a mother. Being a mother is a calling. Nurture is what being a mother is. And tell me, where the fuck is a 22-year-old with a fucked up childhood is gonna bring motherhood? Just because she gave birth, she thinks she did. No. Where's she gonna bring? She doesn't have it. The reason that she's in even that situation shows a lot that she lacks nurturing. Right? Motherhood calls you. So, yeah. What else? I think that's it. 37 minutes.